This playthrough is rated T for teen.
Chapter 5, Resurrection. Hearing that his daughter had vanished without a trace, Jerome immediately set out to find her. While searching for her, news of a girl near Raxus Castle that resembled Anita came in. Jerome departed for Raxus Castle. But what he found of the former city was nothing but ruins infested with demons. It pays to be a daddy's girl. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with the finale of Dragon Valor. In the last episode, Anita tried to exorcise the dragons, but was tricked by Kressel and Halfel to be cursed to die. So now she's been caught, so we've got to switch to older Jerome here. So yeah, I like the fact that Jerome makes an appearance as a main character again, unlike the other storylines, you know. So for the most part, I think I have enough money for the rest of the game. Well, from what I'm gonna get from, well, let's just say I'll get some money later on, but, so I'll probably end up not grabbing as much cash as I used to, because I won't really need it, but I'll try to show off where most of it is, you know. I might grab it on the way just for, like, you know, to be weird or whatever, but I won't grab it all, so. Yeah, I think this whole area has, if you want to get the most money, hit this switch here, because if you hit the other switch, yeah, it closes up so you can't get the treasure, so. Yeah, I think there's like 93 Val in this whole area, but yeah, I'm gonna skip most of it because there's no reason to get it. Yeah, just charge right on in, so. Now I'm gonna, because, well, not all these areas are the same as the previous, but there are some relative similarities between all the routes here. There'll be slightly different enemy placements as well as directions we go, but what a shame, the city's in shambles. Hey, geezer! Who you call an old man, you freaks?
A human. I haven't had one in a while, but it kinda looks old and not too tasty.
What? Why you little? Why you little? I'll show you I'm still young. But you're like 40, so in anime terms, or 30, 36 or something, that means you're old. Alright, but anyway, we gotta fight the Rhinoid and Lizardman. These guys are a little tough because we don't have our powerful spells or abilities or whatever. Oops. Nah, I didn't mean to. At least we can do some damage to them with like magic. There'll be some magic we'll get later on, so I don't want to. Ow. There we go. And, well, let's just say for reasons I won't explain right now, we're not gonna... Ow. We're not gonna be able to get, we're not gonna get any drops, so I don't have to worry about scrolls and stuff like that. Yeah, putting the screws on me, huh? There we go. Right, there's a heal right past this point, so we don't have to worry about it. I think it's on the... Well, actually, we're also gonna get a, yeah, put this switch, and yeah, we'll get a magic power here. And if you hit this switch, yeah, I can't go back and get it. That's how they get you. But yeah, hit that left switch first, so. Alright, let's, Alright, I forgot that magic isn't that strong because it's only level... We actually, weirdly enough, we actually don't max out Fireball in this run. We get like, I think, to level 2 and that's it, so... Yeah, that didn't do any damage. Nope, got a ring around the rosy, pocket full of posy. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down. This is fun. Yeah, we have no magic sword, so luckily we have our defense stats, so we don't take as much damage as our daughter did. So there's that at least. I hate when enemies like get clogged up onto the back wall, so I can't get to them. You know. Why don't you let me finish combos, huh? Yeah, I think the first time I played this, I was surprised when I got to Route 3. I was actually kind of surprised that Jerome was playable again. I thought they were gonna do like every other path where, you know, after a character's story's over, they never come back again for whatever reason. But now we actually get to play as Jerome. So yeah, not enough older heroes make an appearance in anime-inspired games. Usually it's the teenagers or the youngsters. I mean, I understand why. There's some money over here and some health, which we'll grab that. We gotta find ourselves a giant knight. There's some cash over there, as you saw. Like, so since I don't need money anymore, I'm not gonna grab, if it's obvious on screen, I won't grab it, but if it's off screen, I'll grab it just to show you that there's money there, yeah. It's quite a bit of money right there. Yeah, there's some magic here, so I don't mind using my mind on this guy. That'll probably do more damage anyway. Yeah, hit him one more time and then maybe manually. Yeah. Gotta get some magic here. There you go. Bye-bye. It's tough being an old man in anime. You're not as strong as you used to be. But we gotta be strong enough to save our daughter, apparently. But there's Crassel doing crassly things. You quaskly wabbit. Or dragon halfling. Yeah, the one thing I kind of feel disappointed about the story of the game is they say a lot of dragons are created from basically humans who let evil into their hearts. So who is Crassel? Anyway, like, who was he before this point? I don't know, I guess it's not necessary. This is a hack and slash action adventure game. It just needs just enough motivation to go through it. But you leave so many opportunities open when you just, like in the other endings of the game, it says that, or they describe at some point that dragons, well, they came from a meteorite, but also that humans could turn into dragons via their evil emotions or whatever. So Crassel's clearly not from the meteorite, right? So anyway, let's head on to Raxus Castle ruins to see if our daughter's in the general area. Not quite, we're still traveling over there, but yeah, it makes you wonder who Crassel was, or Halfast, or whatever. Like, why does Halfast want us to kill him? Is it because of him turning into a dragon, or I think there's some money down here. Yeah, I think there's also. Is there money behind this one too? No. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I meant to do. Basically, I didn't mean to. Ow. These bats are the most dangerous thing ever. Oh, yes, I know I don't need to beat them because I need to beat another monster in here. I got some magic power. Alright, I'm hitting you with thunder, dude. I mean, since I got the magic, so. There's the gold key. Alright, in we go. Who's locking? I know it's a game mechanic, but who's locking the doors, you know, of this place? Makes you wonder. Because this is... Okay, if this place is supposed to be filled with demons, who are these archers? They look human to me, you know what I mean? Are they just possessed humans? Ow. Oh, right, there's a bomb over here. I forgot about that. There it is. Ha. Yeah, I kind of wasted my time fighting that guy. I could have just ran to the bomb. Not enough bombs in this game, that's for sure. Yeah, health in there. If you need any health anyway. Mushroom. Money. Money. Yeah, I'm not going to grab everything this time around, because even though this is a different path, sort of, it's still, I don't need the money anymore. I'll try not to have my OCD grab everything, but sometimes it's hard working towards that, you know. Yeah, full health here. This game just gives you a lot. I think it's because we're so weak at this point. That's probably why the game's just throwing magic stuff our way. Here you go. I was hoping not to get hit by them. The cave slugs over here. There we go. Oh yeah, there's I believe there's some magic over here. There it is, yeah. For those who need it, if you cast a lot of magic from the previous room to the next. So like all the other paths, this is where we're gonna find Anita, and we're gonna get all our abilities transferred to us, so Jerome can be the hero that saves the day, not the young generation, but the old generation. There's all the money that's here for those who are curious. All right, with the dungeon defeated, say rescue our daughter, tell us she's hurt, and then we'll go do it ourselves. Right? Right?
Dad, what are you doing here?
There you are, Anita. Man, he's got serious bags under his eyes. Oh, she looks fine. Huh. That's weird. Hey, what's that thing on your forehead?
Oh, that?
She did some partying last night. It got a little too rambunctious.
Messed up. A demon called Halfest put a curse on me. Killing him will lift it, but Crassel's got the swords, and I need in order to do that.
Shrug.
And now I'm searching for those swords.
And you got that far in a month? My death curse.
I've only 10 days left to find Halfest, or I'll die.
So Crussel's planning to open Pandora's box, and it'll be the fall of Raxus again. Yeah, Raxus falls no matter what path you take.
And he's got 3 swords now. I don't know if what he'll do, but he mentioned reviving Dahaka.
But of course, since we weren't Drat Prince royalty, that Drat's not. So that's what he's up to. Okay, we'll split up and search, Anita. Yeah, 2-for-1 heroes for the final chapter, right?
This is my mistake, Dad. I'll take care of it. After all, I've got my ego to consider.
It's the end of the world. You should take the help and get an extra character. ... My, so she has her pride to consider, huh? Or you could put that aside to save the world.
All right. You'll do a good job of exercising those demons, then.
What?
What's there to worry about anyway? Even if you fail, we've all got to die someday.
Are you gonna tell me we don't get to play as either Jerome or Anita for the final bit?
Thanks, Dad. Okay, I'll be off now.
So then why did we split off from her as a character? Was this just to throw us for a loop thinking we'd switch to Jerome now? Like kind of like with the Mihail and Anna and their paths? I think so. I think it was meant to be doing that purpose. But yeah, we go back to Anita. So yeah, we only played Jerome for 2 dungeons and that's it. I was kind of hoping they were going to do a thing where you could switch out between Jerome and Anita or something like that. Or it would have, you would do a dungeon with Anita and then switch to Jerome and he'd do a dungeon. Nope. But anyway, now we got all our equipment back and everything. So because she always had it. But yeah, she has the 5 scrolls and 5 gems. So if you got those from the previous chapter, you don't need to grind for them again. And that's why you couldn't find 5 chalices when you play that chapter, because yeah, I was messing with y'all. I knew you had to go to this chapter to get the final ones. That's why you can't get them in that chapter, because it just stacks from that first level. So yep. But I mean, I don't mind playing as Anita. I'm just saying I like the fact that, you know, all of a sudden an old character from a previous chapter comes back and becomes the playable character. Then again, that makes Anita unique. She's the only character to basically get 2 chapters isolated. Well, I guess technically Clovis got 2 chapters to himself, the prologue and chapter 1. But the prologue is so short that it's not really worth really considering when you think about it. Oh yeah, we finally get an upgrade to fire magic in this route to level 2. Alright, see if I can jump over these. Nope. Well, I can. I just jumped at the wrong moment. So, yeah, there's two floors here, so. And once before, since it's the final route, we're going to be basically going through the exact same dungeons as before. The only thing that's going to change here is that the enemy placements are going to be different. Yeah, unfortunately I have to fight these guys. No choice. Alright, they're giving me no... Really good. Why does it make the smack sound when I get hit by thunder? Even though it's supposed to be lightning, but the game calls it thunder, so... I just find it funny that the certain sound effects that play in this game. I mean, seriously, it's the punch sound effect from movies. I guess they were using the royalty-free library stuff or something like that. Not that there's anything wrong with that. There we go. Oh, come on. Oh, well. Get out of that shell. There we go. Now I've got so much magic, it doesn't really matter. I can basically cast spells all day long and not worry about it. Alright, let's keep going east. We'll have to come back north later. But yeah, for those who have been in this dungeon before, this is where we get the Igunus blade, so... Or Igunus, whatever, however you pronounce it, so... Ah, didn't run fast enough. Yeah, there's some magic there, and there's a locked door there, but we need to get the key for that. But yeah, we're gonna find the blade in here and get all our power back, McFly. Yeah, I think on Route 2 there was like a bunch of bats in this room, but not on this path. I do like the fact that they at least change up. If we're gonna go through the same dungeons, they at least do something slightly different, so they actually, you know, change up at least enemy placements. They're like, oh, okay, so at least it's not the exact same thing over and over again. Because Route 1, 2, and 3 have different enemies per floor, so yeah, after hitting that switch, we end up in here. There should be like a winged demon in here. It's a freaking demon! Just keep using mind magic, maybe we'll do a decent amount of damage, so. Well, sort of. Until we get our magic sword anyway. Actually, mind magic, if you time it right, could be very useful, at least on single targeting, or at least on single enemies anyway. Just because of, you know, you have no one else to worry about, so you can basically build up the, wait for it, charge it up, you know. And charging a weapon doesn't do anything to it. It doesn't make it like stronger or anything like that. It's just, you're just holding on to the spell so you don't waste it if you can help it. I think when I first played the game, I thought that the magic like got powered up if you charge it, but no, it doesn't, so. They lied to me. No. I'm just gonna avoid you guys. Dragonets do have that possibility of... Actually, I think there's some Val if you go into the... Let me show it off. I just want to show off at least where money and stuff is for those who need it for like the final bit or whatever. Yeah, there's some Val here, some magic. Because I still want to show off things, even if I'm not gonna go grab them. So. Or I need to anyway. Because what's my Val at right now? Yeah, 3,000. Yeah, I've got plenty. There's some money over there. Mushroom over there, so don't let it trick you. Magic. Yeah, I think well, maybe I'll talk about that when we get to the credits or whatever. About my favorite route and everything like that. But yeah, other than that, nothing really. Let's see. Okay, grab that, and then we can go through the door now. Yeah, get another pendant. Yeah, even with me grabbing almost every single item you could to raise your HP and stats, like, I cannot get max HP at all. Same with the MP. I have not yet to get to 99, even when I have enough money to afford everything. So, I guess the game isn't fully optimized, huh? I wonder if I don't think that even the game designers really designed this well enough. Because you think if you did everything right, you could technically get max MP. Which actually, if you really want to look at max MP, from what I understand, the gauge could technically go up to 999, even though you'll never actually get up to the point. From a numbers or from a coding standpoint. Oops, didn't mean to do that. No. Now just like it's just kind of messing around, really. I'm only fighting you because it's girl on girl action, you know. You know, just need a mud pit, and I mean, I'm fighting you because the game requires me to. So, you know, Anita's outfit kind of looks like a weird maid type of design. I assume that was intentional. There we go, heal magic level 3. Like, she looks like she works at one of those maid cafes, like one of those goth maid cafes or something. Yeah, in Japan they have stuff like that, which is really weird. But hey, to each his own, right? Yeah, they have like establishments where basically it's just a bunch of girls dressed as something, or at like maid cafes, or they're dressed up as cat girls, or there's like a muscle girl cafe even.
There's someone here.
Dragon Valor. Stop talking about weird cafes and listen to my tale. The magic sword Ignus has chosen you as its master. Use its true power to end the war. What war are we talking about? It's just demons killing people. It's not like we're... whatever.
The magic sword Ignus? You have a magic sword?
Yes, he said it.
Okay. It's master. Okay, I'll take that sword.
I'll take it from your cold dead hands.
Yes, master. Take unto yourself my sword Ignus.
Ignus? Whatever.
But that is odd. There are supposed to be 3 swords. I never heard of Ignus.
Maybe they purposely left that out of the history books to keep it a secret from the demons.
Has this anything to do with Pandora's box?
Good to know that Greek mythology somehow survived in this world, even though it's a completely different universe.
To answer that, I must first explain about dragons. In the past, this world...
No, not story time. We've heard it before.
To my surprise, when I described the ancient war of gods and dragons.
Technically, I could skip it because we've read this one before. Yeah, for those who didn't watch it or need a refresher, sure.
When the gods created this world, everything was good and beautiful.
That's up to interpretation.
But then a huge meteor fell. From this dragon emerged and gave birth to evil.
All things from space are evil, so aliens are evil, no matter where they're from. The war between dragons and gods raged, and life began to disappear from the world.
To end the war, the gods reluctantly used the forbidden arts to make special swords.
Uh-oh,
I was gonna make a joke about something, but these swords were angels who allowed evil to enter into their bodies.
That sounds vulgar.
Then became magic swords for fighting the dragons using magic against magic.
Magicception. Oh wait, no, that's like fighting fire with fire.
Never to be angels again, to suffer for eternity, yet 3 volunteered.
That's a pretty big ask of a couple of people.
Azos, the angel fire, Sol, the angel of light, and Kadam, the angel of thunder.
Shouldn't it be lightning? Whatever. Because thunder becomes before lightning.
The gods opened a portal to another dimension with them and imprisoned the dragons.
Kind of weird how this world has dragons that are demons, basically, angels, and other dimensions.
But the dragons are still around.
And they use the modern version of what angels look like. You should actually look like the literary interpretation of dragons. The dragons should survive by changing their shape.
They changed their shape?
They became the evil in human hearts and turned people into dragons or dragon halflings.
Yeah, angels are like orbs with rings around it that have eyes on it.
A locked door can be opened with the same key. Is this why they stole the swords?
Yes, it is. The gods foresaw this, but they had exhausted their powers while fighting Dahaka. Losers. So the gods became human, and their bloodline and swords live on in the Dragon Valors.
Why would you want to become human? Being human sucks. I'd rather be a dragon.
Or an angel. Then the gods created me, the ultimate weapon. Nothing can withstand me.
Alright, feeling high and mighty about yourself, are you?
I am Ignus, the divine demon destroyer, made from the very flesh of the gods.
Reminds me of the Necronomicon.
The gods left me sealed, yet I find myself free. This means the gates of Gehenna are open.
You must destroy the Haka. If you fail, everything will cease to exist. Well, shouldn't you be available before the gates occur, so that way not a lot of people die before the incident? I think you guys have a little flaw in your plan. I know this is fantasy rules and everything like that, but, you know, it's always, they always think about the right before everything goes to crap.
All evil escaped from Pandora's box, but in the end help remained.
How is this existent in a world that doesn't have a Greek world, you know?
The magic sword ignorance is this.
Yes. Please retell us the story we just heard.
The Haka, a real dragon. Slaying him will give me back my pride.
But you slayed a dragon before.
Just you wait, I'm coming to destroy you.
With those big man hands, you'll probably do it, yeah. It just seems like she... Anyway, we're at the final set up the game, so... I'm gonna go to the shop anyway, even though there's nothing to buy here. It's all very low money. I got most of my money from Chapter 4.
Come on.
Yeah, but he's buying wine, harps, and masks, which... Why? I'm not gonna sell you that stuff. What a waste of time.
Oh, that's too bad.
Pretty slow around here. Yeah, it is slow. Because you're selling for... You're trying to make a killing by, you know, buying low, selling high, or whatever.
I can't believe you run a shop here. Aren't you afraid of the demons?
Can't make a living if I'm scared. Besides, this stuff will make a big profit back in town. It's all about the money. The almighty Allah.
Jeepers, that's some chutzpah.
What are you, Jewish? What? I when I first heard that, when I first played this, I'm like, why is she using Yiddish terms? I mean, it's the translators being funny. Chutzpah. Like, what? You're gonna say Mazel Tov next? Not that there's anything wrong with it, it's just... Is this a world with Judaism? Yeah. But then again, this game is translated in English, so... But that was always my big thing about translations. When does translation get to the point where it's still entertaining? Or when does it get to a point where it breaks away from the concept of the game and what the author's intent was when they were making it? You know, like, you know when people put jokes in translations, do you mind that they're in there? Or, you know, do you mind it only when the whatever the saying, the truth to the saying is manipulated to your own fashion? That's been kind of a debate in translation, really. Like, when do you go from, like, funny just nods to popular culture to ruining the intent or the story by changing it up so much? I think I'm of the notion that if the story is already bad, like really, really bad, and everyone agrees it's bad, then I think you're more than fine. It's fine to change the dialogue up a bit to make it entertaining for who's watching it. The most famous line of making a story was pretty boring or benign, interesting was Ghost Stories, I believe it was. It was a Japanese animation that only got so many episodes, and they were they gave it to like an American company. They basically were told to I think they were given the gist of what the story was about, but for the most part, they were told to basically do whatever. And so they basically ad-libbed like the whole script. It's like one of the most crazy dubs I've ever heard before, just because of how like how adult it is. It's not even that crude when you think about it, but when you think about all the topics they discuss in it, it's pretty funny actually. But yeah, when's it okay for them to do that, but then not okay to do other things? I think if it's like a serious story and people generally enjoy the game, like from their country or whatever, I think you should try to translate it to the letter of the meaning of it to make sense to whatever you're translating it. But yeah, but being respectful to the source, you know what I mean? And I think during that whole Ghost Stories thing, if I remember correctly, they said it was fine. They could basically translate however they wanted, even when they were asked about it. So they were given permission anyway. But yeah, that's been a hot topic over the recent years when it comes to gaming in general, like translation. You know, some people basically translating it however they wanted to, and basically killing the intent and putting their own personal baggage into it, and I'm not okay with that personally. I know people don't want to hear me talk about this stuff, but yeah, quite a bit of money here. I'm showing it all on screen just to show off what you can and can't get and stuff like that. Should be... We're pretty sure we should be getting our first chalice for the chapter, so... Oh yeah, might as well get the health here. Yeah, I'm basically skipping... Whoops. Huh, what am I doing? My X button must be going wonky. No, that was all me. But the reason I bring this up is because I was always a fan of like Ted Woolsey translation, as well as Working Designs had a pretty funny way of translating stuff. They usually would put a lot of pop culture in their stuff, but I enjoyed some of the translations for them. Yeah, we had to kill these axes and Crystal Knight. At least now with Ignis, we're doing pretty good. So, oops, ow! Should have been pressing that button while I was doing that. So, supposed to have, I didn't think there was any health here. Haha, I'm invincible while you do that. Done and done. At least the game's starting to drop pendants for me again. Remember the early beginning of the game where they were dropping pendants like all the time? Yeah, remember that was a thing? Yeah, for some reason the game gives you a lot of drops really early on, but then stop after a bit. So, but anyway, well, not final shop, but one of the only shops I'm really gonna buy stuff for at this point. A human, go. Room for a change, come in, we've got lots to sell. Yeah, I'm human. Although the animation doesn't make it seem like it. But anyway, yeah, we want to buy that chalice, the talisman, and lithograph here. So, and we got plenty of money for this section. Yeah, I have way too much money. Give me all that beautiful beam footage. I want it. I must have it. I wish you wouldn't talk as if you have little money though. Wasting my time. You know, might as well buy the lithograph, even though I technically don't need it. Yeah, come on, hurry up. Yeah, unfortunately, it's so slow. Well, they're not gonna go up anymore, and I can't rebuy stuff anyway. You won't let me. You can only buy stuff once. All right. Well, anyway, let's head on to the City of Demons. The City of Demons? Yes. It's a city of demons. What kind of city would that be? Would it be an organized city or would it be chaotic? Usually in Shin Megami Tensei series, demons are usually chaotic, but not chaotic in that series is interesting because it's chaotic in terms of freedom more than like evil. It's more like the freedom to do evil or good, but you do whatever you want basically. While in Shin Megami world, law just means following the law. It doesn't even mean good law. It just means following the law or being lawful. You know, not creating chaos. Anyway, yeah, they dropped a magic power and a full heal. Either one's good, man. I'll take it all. Yeah, since I don't need to kill people with magic anymore, I don't need to worry about it. So. Yeah, I'm grabbing it just because it's on the way. I'm trying to show you what we can grab. Let's go up here. There's a switch up here we can hit. And let's see, what was I talking about earlier? Translations and stuff like that. Really, I've basically said everything I wanted to say about that, I guess. So, I think you should be respectful, but you know, whoops, I didn't make a jump. Ah, there we go. Be respectful, but if it flows better with the story, to change some things slightly. But I still think the intent should be the, if the game designers or the writers, original writers wanted it to be this, then you really should get into what that means closely. If it's a joke, you can change stuff around because jokes are different from cultures. Like what's funny to a Japanese man might not be the same thing to an American or a British man. You know what I mean? So you have to kind of change it up. Of course, the only bad thing is generational. Some jokes don't stay in generation changes either. So, but anyway. But oh yeah, I was talking about law. Yeah, law in Shin Megami means following the law. It doesn't even mean being good. You know what I mean? That's why angels are kind of jerks in the Shin Megami world, because it's all about being stringent to law no matter what. So even if you do something that might be harmless in the long run, if it's against the law, they'll you know, bear down on you for that. That's how bad it is. But like I said, the demons basically just some people don't like them because they do whatever they want. So usually with some of the better endings of the game are when you do the neutral paths in some stories, just because of the, you know, you don't go to any extreme. I wonder if there's supposed to be a lesson in that, you know what I mean? That maybe you shouldn't go overboard with either side. That you should try to find balance in all things. At least for most of the Shin Megami games that I've played, anyway. Usually the neutral paths are the more satisfying from a, I guess if you're trying to look for a happy ending type of situation. Although some of the chaotic and lawful endings are pretty interesting, depending on which game you play. But I have yet to record those. I don't know if I ever would. Those are definitely interesting games, and they're harder than some of the other games because you actually have to focus. You have to, well, not that saying I can't play a hard game. It's just, oh, we got Cyclops here. We don't get to fight. I think we only fight these guys a couple times on each route. Actually, I think you only fight them once on each route. Now that I think about it. Well, it depends on the route. I think one of them you find them twice, but for the most part you only find them once. Anyway, yeah, that's it for this one. But not that I can't do hard RPGs. It's just with Shin Megami, there's a lot that goes into those games. And I don't know if I'd be able to do it justice, if that makes sense. Maybe, depending on people who are interested in it, but that's such a niche. The original Shin Megami games are pretty niche, even with Persona being popular, but Persona is, yeah, it's technically the Shin Megami series, but it's the more popular one, or what's the best word? Oh, anyway, got rings, pendants, and earrings, so we need to trade in pepper, horn, and perfume. But I only have peppers and perfume. I don't have any horns, so at least get the rating to raise our attack power up a little bit. It's only one, but still better than nothing, and you can't do anything with the pepper anyway. And then the perfume for earrings, so that'll make my magic go down a little bit. So, but yeah, Persona basically, at least Persona didn't become really popular with people really till, I'd say 3. And even then, it didn't really hit mainstream popularity till 5. And yeah, I called Persona the oh, sorry. I didn't know you could make it through the City of Demons.
I've got my reasons. Besides, there are demons I need to destroy.
Ah, so you're an exorcist. Good luck. Be sure to stop by on your way back. Good luck.
I can't help. Every time I see good... Oh.
Huh, you plan to push stuff on me, I suppose?
Yep. He's ever salesman. But, Every time someone says good luck in a video game, I can't help but saying the Star Fox version of it. Good luck. I don't know, it's just a habit of mine. I can't help myself. Anyway, we find ourselves in the demonic forest. Or the forest of monsters. Whichever translation you're doing. Alright, there's money here, but we don't need to grab that. I'll grab it anyway, because it's on the way. And we'll avoid that hole in the wall, because... Okay. We want to drop down the hole here and grab some stuff. Alright, let's flip the switch. And there should be a... Now I need to go into this one room. You could go further, but on this route, there's really no reason to go further past this room, so... Let's hit this switch right here. And then continue back this way. I think there's like 2 more rooms back the other way if you keep going, but there's nothing in them really. So there's no point. But yeah, if I did the Shin Megami, I'd probably do Persona 1. I'd probably do the original one on PlayStation or something like that. Because I like the PSP re-release to an extent, but the problem I have with it is I'm not a big fan of the music track they used for it. Which is weird. I generally like Persona's music, but for whatever reason, Persona 1 Remake just has such a weird soundtrack that I don't think flows with the original game anyway. I prefer when they do remakes, they kind of take the original soundtrack and kind of try to improve upon it, like just using modern sound technologies. But they basically just add a whole new soundtrack to the Persona PSP release version of it. Keep getting hit by everything. And most people don't even remember Persona 1 because that was during my time. I was a teenager when that game came out. But Persona 1 and 2 are completely different from Persona like 3, 4, and 5 by a lot. They're like almost not even the same games when you think about it. Actually, Persona really plays more like the original Shin Megami games in a way, just with a slightly different game design. I don't know why I'm talking about that during this, but there's really not much else to say with when it comes to Dragon Valor. I've basically shown everything off of the game other than the different... Oh yeah, we got the final chalice though earlier, so we don't even have to... We basically maxed out our stats as best we could, so... Have full HP. And then, let's see, in this room, there's a magic power there, then down below, there's a health restorative, so... And if we fall down, we just have to go through a path, which we'll just have to run left back to that hole in the tree, so... And there's nothing down here. It's not like the other routes where there's actually something there for me to get. Yeah, there's some magic up here, and I think there's some HP down here, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Might as well grab it since I took some damage. But otherwise, no reason to drop on down. And some more money here. And a lithograph. Nice. I think this is one of the final lithographs of the game, if I remember correctly. That we're gonna get anyway, so. Ow. Yeah, this looks like a murder hole for me. You know, just putting ourselves in the way of the spear trap or whatever. Here, you take the damage. Why they drop money? Yeah. 2009. I don't even remember that year, to tell you the truth, or what I was doing during that year. Yeah, fortunately for me, because of my age and my bad memory, when it comes to stuff I don't care about anyway, I've forgotten a lot of stuff I've done over the years, and that's a sad thing. Just like I said, my memory is not as good as it used to be. So, but that was like that when I was when I actually had a decent working brain. I think I just have a weird priority when it comes to stuff I remember, because there's a lot of stuff that you think I would remember, but I don't. That you would think would be important, but I'm like, nah, it's not a focus for me. Lady on lady action means I win, lady. For Anita's case, the girl with the most clothes wins. So, all right. Yeah, this is the penultimate dungeon, so now we got the ultimate dungeon. So we got one more shop. I'll show it off, but there's no reason to go back here. It's just a magic potion shop, which will get enough magic during the area anyway, so. Yeah, magic potion, medium magic potion, and full magic potion. But now we don't need it. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. You're not selling any more good items. If you were selling those items we had earlier, we'd be chalking it up and laughing, ho, ho, ho. But no. You chose to give me magic potions. Yeah, that's like that in every route. So, anyway, let's go on the final dungeon of the game, the Dungeons of Eternity. But it's in 3 parts. It's in 3 parts because of the whole, if you die, it loads at one of the part entrances. So if I died before I hit part 2, it would load me at the very beginning of the entrance. I have to do that all over again. But if I died in part 2, it'd load me at the beginning of part 2, so I wouldn't have to go through the whole dungeon again. So, but anyway, this is the part of the dungeon where we use our thunder magic on everything. Just the only thing that's going to change here is what rewards are in certain rooms and what enemies we fight. Alright, let's see. So, there should be a couple ice hounds in here, but we don't need to fight them. Oh, there's a room above us, by the way. You can kind of hear them, so. And then we've got some will-o-wisps in this room. Another case if I don't really need to fight them. So I'll just ignore them for now. But we do need to jump on these chests, or crates. There's nothing in the crates, so don't worry about it. There should be a couple of Mystic Warriors in this room. Up. I've been frozen to the bone. Rock solid. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. Chill out, man. Yeah, you can tell I'm like not really trying for like a smooth run here, you know. Just because I'm letting them basically wail on me. Well, this final dungeon gives us so many ways to heal and get magic replenishment that it's just like, you know, there's no reason. You have to be a pretty poor player to really Well, I guess I did min-max my character throughout this run specifically anyway, so. But even if you did min-max it, you have basically like maybe half the HP and MP I have, which I guess would make it more challenging, so. Now, get an eyeful of this. Now. There you go. Anything else in there? Okay. You're making me fight everything in this room, huh? But anyway, yeah, there's a silver key there. Which will take us into another room later on, so. But now I don't need to fight you. I did all the gym grinding in the previous episode, so. Mainly because there's some extra stuff after the game over, and I didn't want to after the game ends, and I didn't want to. I don't want to make a separate episode of that. I don't think it's necessary. Right, make sure to go through here. I was about to say, can you let me go forward, please? If you fall off here, you go into the Ice Hound room. So. Alright, another thunder, I don't know, thunder staff, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Now we go this way to get the other two, and that'll set us up to guess enter into part 2. See more demons, or winged demons. I mean, I do like the design. They kind of remind me of they actually remind me of like gargoyles or something like that, without actually being gargoyles. Maybe one of the gargoyles is voiced by Keith David. That'd be awesome. No, not in this game, unfortunately. Yeah, Keith David, or was it James Earl Jones, or rest in peace. I'm trying to think of some other guys who have some really deep or cool voices. Tony J would be a good voice to hear. Yeah, he was a perfect like bad guy voice too. Now we got some spirits in here. Don't need to get those guys though. I'm trying to remember a good cartoon he was in that people, for those who don't know who Tony J is, to kind of check it out, just to say if you want to hear like a perfect evil voice. He was in so many cartoons. I'm trying to think of one specifically that really stands out that I'm like, yeah, you must hear this version of Tony J. Or, he voiced Frollo in The Hunchback of Notre Dame. There you go. That's Tony J, by the way. So, yeah, that guy was a legend. Obviously not the. This is where we use the key, by the way. Obviously, the best voice actor though ever has to be Mel Blanc. Mainly because he could voice he voiced almost all the Looney Tunes. Like that's how crazy his voice range was. Oh yeah, there's some rhinoids in here, but no stuff to drop, so there's no reason to. There we go. There's a couple of mantises in here, but there's no reason to fight them if you can help it. So. What? Stupid. Didn't even give me a chance to jump off. No reason to fight them. So. I had to reset it. Yeah, it almost fell down almost as soon as I stepped on it. I wonder if it's because... Well, I didn't think the enemies could... don't I have to activate it? I didn't think enemies could actually activate the stone there. Maybe they can, and I'm just misremembering. So. Missed it. Dang it. I'm so bad about my depth perception that I can't tell when where it is, you know what I mean? Stop it. Let me jump up there, please. I don't know why I'm getting antsy about that. I've got plenty of magic and plenty of ways to heal myself. I don't know. I think it depends on the thing. I don't like doing it multiple times if I don't need to. Especially if the task itself is an easy one. Okay. Oh, come on. I hate when that happens when you do the whole, where you do the soft jump instead of the hard jump for whatever reason. Even though I shouldn't have fallen down like that. I guess to make it easier, if you kill the manses, you wouldn't have to worry about that bit falling on top of you. I may have to, maybe. Of course, I do that, and then I have to do the whole thing again because I, you know. There we go. Now you give me enough time. Okay. So, I activate this one. Make sure it hits. Okay. You know the other one is like right over here, but you can't get to it because of the there's a gate in front of it. Well, I mean, it's impossible to make that jump anyway, so I've tried. I don't know how to glitch it. I mean, if it is possible to glitch it, I don't know if there's speed runs in this game or not. So I'm not a speed run watcher type of guy. I've heard about that type of stuff, but I'm not really interested in people beating games super fast. Then again, I don't really watch people play games really at all, to tell you the truth. Funny how I say that, yet I'm a guy who makes a gaming channel about playing games, and the whole point of making it is so other people can watch it. Yeah, I know, a little, maybe it's a bit hypocritical, I'm not sure, but I'm just telling you how it is, folks. I'm spitting hard facts, yo. Yeah, sometimes it's hard for me to say that with a straight face. You know, words like that. Alright, yeah, we got ourselves a poison pit here. Yeah, we got some tentacle mans over there, but nothing really need to worry about. Then we got ourselves a crystal knight. You'd be more dangerous if you were a Final Fantasy crystal knight. You'd at least be, you know... Actually, never mind, this is the final dungeon, so it makes sense that you're here. Except we can fight you much earlier, too. Yeah, too bad overall because of the guard system in this game. It almost makes most fights kind of inconsequential, because as long as you don't, you know, spam the attack button, you're basically taking no damage on most attacks in the game. Not all attacks, but quite a few of them, so. Always make sure it hits, just in case. Alright, almost done with part 1. Yeah, there's the 2 doors there, or there's the main door to the final boss, but, you know, we'll go this way. Yeah, pretty smooth running if you know what you're doing. Well, actually, even if you don't know what you're doing, this is pretty crazy quick run, you know. All right, another rock demon. I'll also use that. Yeah, it does a lot of damage to him, so like. But at least you can do it multiple times. So I've got some magic to spare. There we go, ice magic level 2. Finally. After all this time, now you give it to me. There's a couple lizard men here, but we're not going to do that. No reason to fight you, since I don't need money. I mean, yeah, I could technically die before the final boss, but I doubt it. I still don't know how to get that to really activate on a consistent basis. The whole, you know, being able to, like, basically counter them. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, let's go to part 2 of the dungeon. At least they changed the music up in each part, so just to change it up a bit. Change, I can say a lot of one word back to back multiple times. You know me. Alright, yeah, we got some magic restoratives in this room. Stupid sorcerers. They also got the sorcerers here, so yeah, in the corners of the room there's magic restoratives. Alright, we want to go, I think, right first. Yeah, take the east exit. Yeah, there's a lot of door to the north, so we dropped in from the west, so. I think the west is in the magic jar, so. Alright, got a couple assassins in here. They're not real assassins, they don't wear blue. Yeah, most actual ninja would wear blue because they would use that to hide in the moonlight. That actually works better with the moonlight rays than pure black does. Anyway, we got some baklava's and some skeletons, or bakulas, but I'm not gonna mess with them, so. There's really no reason to fight them. They don't do anything outside of just spinning around. Same with the skeletons. And there was some magic in the way for those who didn't see it, so. Yeah, I got a switch here. I just let myself get hit on purpose. So. Alright, this switch is there. And if you go there, yeah, you get a key. A key for the dragon. Oh, wait, no. No dragon there, so. Okay, so now we got another jump room, so now we need to go north. West is locked right now. Now I got some sorcerers in here. Yeah, kind of a little easy there, ladies. Huh, like in real life. Whoops. No, come back here. I gotta get you for hitting me with ice magic. Really, with how easy the characters in this game, I really shouldn't be taking like little to no damage. Alright, let's jump over here because we have to hit a switch. And then I have to do this platforming again. There's a switch right here. Yeah, since I need to come back down here, I'll just... Yeah, it's just a magic... Now that we've gotten everything... Now that we've gotten all the magic chalices, there's actually not much really to grab anymore, except for, like, random gold treasure, which... A lot of rooms don't actually have anything, so... They really like using their poison fours, huh? Yeah, not really much in this room. Well, it's supposed to whittle down your resources. Yeah. Make it more of a challenge. But okay, now we can go back. Yeah, switch open the door. And you must need a lot of stamina to go through a place like this, huh? Alright, another just floor drop there, but there's a... Let's grab that. Okay. And here, yeah, we got ourselves a switch. Yeah, unlike before, previously we had to go and we had to get to this room to get the key, but now we have to go the other way around to get the key. Nice change of pace. Swap it up a bit. Okay. But yeah, at the bottom here, we got a fake door. I actually want to let this thing grab me because it'll take me back to the entrance. Yeah, the doors are working in my favor this time. Saves me a round trip. I probably could have utilized the doors more often in some of the dungeons. Weirdly enough, this is really Route 3 is where you're really utilizing the fake doors more than the other ones. Now let's go north this time. Use that key we just got. Alright. Yeah, I got some convicts and stuff like that. They don't do like hardly any damage to me anyway, so. Convicts and Eiffels and whatever, so. Yeah, there's the one room I was in, so. Let's hit that one first. That'll open the door to the key. And then... Up there. Oops. Whoops. I didn't mean to be holding on to that. Did it reset that door? If you press down, it summons a vial you can see there. Up. You're not grabbing it now. There we go. No, that's not the one I want. I think it's... Is it the left one? No, it's not the down one. No, I actively forgot. There it goes up. Yeah, if you press down, it sets you the full one there. But now we can get the key. Yeah, it's let's see. Yeah, upper. Yeah, it's down for loot and stuff like that. So okay. Let's avoid these guys. Hey now, get out of my way, goo man, Chew. Sounds like a pun for Dragon Quest. I need to record those one of these days. I'm trying to think which one to record though. Maybe Dragon Quest IV. That's one of the more well-known ones. Anyway, we gotta get back to that one room. So let's head back to that one area. Yeah, skip everything until we get to the next platform area. Nope. Sorry, ladies. You're not getting this guy. No, sorry, Bob. I mean, the Bakulas are interesting designs because look at all the skulls around that eyeball, but yeah, they don't really do much. I wonder if that's they're taking the literary interpretation of angels and making them an enemy form. I don't know. Aha. You fell in the wrong direction, you foolish pillars. Ha 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 ha. I win. But anyway. Nothing could beat Mr. Domino. Nothing. Anyway, I want to go this way. If you hit the switch here, well, I'll go and do it anyway. Ah, mushrooms! Oh! No! Why? Yeah. Anyway, use that key to open the door. And so once we got all the keys, we can just head back out of the dungeon. So. Alright, time for the final part of the game, which is only like a couple rooms anyway, then we fight everyone all over again. You know, same dance, we've done this before. But, you know, we're doing speed rush mode because we've done it 50 billion times. No. You only have to play through the game 3 times. I mean, I think the game gives you your money worth because it's not like it's I mean, a couple of the levels are obviously the same again for replay purposes, but for the most part, they try to change up some of the stuff more often. So you gotta give the game credit that it didn't basically just give you the same like 5 levels and do slight differences on them. You know what I mean? Like some games have done that before, especially back in the day. Anyway, yeah, we're back here again. Getting all your HP full before we fight the bosses. Although I think one of the better, well, I don't know, people are mixed on that, but I think one of the better generational games has to be either Dragon Quest V, technically it's generational, and which is a pretty good game, but I also like Phantasy Star III. But I know a lot of people consider Phantasy Star III the black sheep of the Phantasy Star series, but I kind of like it because of what they tried to do with it. But I'll admit it is a hard game that has a lot of lost potential. But anyway, time to fight Krasil. Hey, you're still around? That's odd. That curse should have expired long ago. Joke's on you, my friend. He wrote it in crayon so I could adjust it.
Don't insult me. I can delay the course of a cursor too.
You can? You're not going to explain how she can do that lore-wise? I didn't think humans could do that. How interesting. Well, you're our Dragon Valor. Maybe they have some weird way to manipulate curses. I don't know. Or she's an exorcist or a witch. Too bad you're too late to stop Tahaka's revival. Now you'll all die.
Anita, exorcist of Saldo, won't let you do that.
You're about to find out what an exorcist of Saldo can do. Heck hath no fury, am I right? For boss time against Krasil again. The dragon halfling himself. Yeah, once before, like all the versions, this is the easy boss fight to just get us prepared for Ozzy Dahaka. Which really, Ozzy Dahaka isn't really, even with my if my stats even weren't that as good as they were, I really feel like I wouldn't have had, I don't, because I think the first time I played the game, I didn't actually, oops. Yeah, I'll have to wait to revive those. Oh, come on. Stay put, you jerk. Alright. There we go. He did the 3 hits on these guys, huh? If you can hold it off on destroying his men, you can prevent him from reinforcing the his platforms or whatever. But unfortunately, I did not. There we go. Yeah, I think I've got two more combo turns on him. You know, slowing down the action isn't going to change anything, my man. But, well, whatever. Might as well weaken them so I can get to him immediately. Oh, come on. Ah, nuts. Fine. Ow. Whatever, I'm going to weaken it anyway. Whoops. Ah, one more combo. Yeah, I thought so. Could have made this go by so much faster, but no. This guy's, he's being more aggressive this time. Usually he's not this aggressive. But anyway, Crastle dies once and for all since we're done with this. Since we're basically almost done with this game, so.
Ah! I can't lose! This can't be happening! Die, monster! You don't belong in this world!
Oh wait, wrong series.
Damn it! Damn it! There's no point in reviving Dahaka if I die! Tough for you then.
Ice cold, Anita. And there she goes.
No, I don't want to die! Ah!
You almost feel bad for him.
Mommy, help me!
But who was Crastle? Well, we'll never know. So, could he have been some random, like, lowly toad? Or could he have been, like, a wizard of some sort? Or, you know, who knows? Same with Halfast and the Vapua. I guess it doesn't matter, but you think about these things when you play a game so many times and you're kind of like, what was the history between them? What were they thinking as a concept for the villains? And actually, after we beat the game, I'll show you some of the concept stuff that they were talking about. But I don't know the history of this game, so I'm just a guy who plays games and enjoy them, and sometimes I learn little tidbits while playing, but I don't know the true history behind this series, other than there was 3 of them. 2 of them before this one that were on the, I think, Super Famicom, or I believe it's Super Famicom, or not, sorry, not Super Famicom, Famicom system. I'll have to double check again. But anyway, with that out of the way, Dahaka makes his appearance once again.
It's magic.
It's magic what? I'm trying to remember the first time I heard Ozzy Dahaka as a character. It was either an Ogre Battle or this game. I'm trying to remember. I think it was Ogre Battle. Well, actually, I got this game before Ogre Battle, though, I believe. Wait, no, this was 1999. Actually, didn't Ogre Battle come out the same year? I think it did, actually. I'd have to look that up again.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I can't, Dad.
Actually, I feel like she should be doing a Valley Girl voice with going, oh my gosh.
Dad.
But I just decided to go with the British voice for whatever reason. There you are, Ozzy Dahaka. I don't even know if that's how you're supposed to pronounce it. Well, hello there, big guy. You got something to say?
It's here.
Yes, it is. Why are you saying that out loud? You're doing that for us, the player, huh? Hate, evil, regret, resentment, jealousy. YouTubers. Come join me, become a dragon, and destroy the gods. I would have also accepted TikTokers as an evil entity. No.
This is from our dad. I'll pulverize you for to kingdom come.
In the question mark. In the name of the moon, I punish you? No. Uh-oh.
What? I'm burning up.
Is it that time? You know, that time? Let hatred enter you. Become a dragon. Become a Sith. I mean dragon.
Oh, the pain.
Anita, get a hold of yourself. Remember what I taught you. Hatred blinds. Don't worry, I'm with you now. Where are you exactly? You should just come with us. You know. Because you're a warrior still, too.
Dad?
What was he doing anyway while we're doing this? Is he saving people? Is he just going back to his own town? Or what? I don't know. They don't do a very good excuse for that. But anyway, time to beat the King of Dragons once again for final boss time against Ozzy Dahaka. And like before, he can head swipe you, he can fly up and throw fireballs at you, he can tail swipe you. All sorts of fun. Ah, that's... You know, I don't even know if this guy is weak against any type of magic. I'm so used to just going physical against this guy because I always like saving my magic for, I always like saving my magic just in case if he accidentally hits me a couple of times. Yeah, the benefit of him doing the head slash is he delays just enough to where you can basically get some good attacks in. There we go. Or he got round 2 already. Yeah, if you can get him to do that head swipe, you have a pretty good chance of getting him to get multiple combos back to back. Uh-oh. We need the menthol, the fresh maker on this thing. Look at that. Ugh, right in my face. Gross.
Why, all the malice in the world is here.
And I kind of liked what they did in Shadow Hearts more when it came to malice, but, you know. Uh-oh. Did he take a super mushroom? I think he did. He stole it from Mario. Or Bowser. For boss time, final boss battle against Ozzy Dahaka. Same thing as before, except it's easier to get combos on him. Well, at least it's supposed to be easier to get combos on him, but it'll probably take me longer just to do it this time, so. Nope. Ow. I already got hit during that. Yeah, you really don't want to get behind him, but you don't want to get in front of him either for too much, you know. Uh-oh. Laser time. I'm a firing my laser. Really just easier just to just run around him, yeah. Ah, he's almost dead already. Ow! Get crushed by like a 2-ton lizard or whatever. Actually, I wonder how heavy Ozzy Dahaka is. I don't know. Whoops. I'm kind of letting myself get hit at this point because he's almost dead for. I've got plenty of healing, so it's not like I'm about to run out or anything like that. I get very good combos on it though. Almost done. Maybe one or two more combos, and then we'll. Yeah, you can tell I'm just not trying anymore. There we go. All right. There we go. Finish her off with a super attack, and he's down for the count. 1, 2, 10. We win! Yay for humanity!
I've won.
Yep. Yeah, didn't you see his HP go down?
The sword, it speaks.
And it's very loud and grating on my ears. Hurts. It gives me an ear bleed.
Yes, I understand what must be done.
Yeah, chop his head off, right? Or seal Gehenna, whatever.
With the god Ignis as my key, may the gates of Gehenna be sealed forever.
So you're calling them gods as in like kami from Japanese mythology, where basically everything, like all the spirits are in everything basically, so you call them gods for sense purposes? I shall never die as long as there are humans As long as evil exists.
Well, you can die if there's no more franchise. Game of the franchise, you'll never come back, so.
I will once again.
Sorry, guy, you're not as popular as Dracula, so. Or, Wily, or Bowser, or.
As long as humans exist, evil remains in the hearts. Dahaka will.
Yep, he just said that. You don't have to repeat that to me, game. I'm actually not mad when they say that. I'm just making fun of sometimes how translations go or how they like to reiterate stuff, you know. Well, now what? What do you do after defeating a main bad guy of the world? Basically the demon, the devil demon himself, the king of dragons.
Dad. Daddy. Daddy.
Well, your dad didn't even follow you, so why would you think he would be around, like, when you left the underworld? But luckily, we have Legend of Zelda jewels available.
What's this?
What's this? What's this? There's dads everywhere. What's this? They're sucking gems here and there.
Whoa. Wake up, Anita. This must be fair. What is this?
Well, it's a happy ending.
So, you're done already? Dad? So, it's the evil within us that transforms us into dragons? Dad, it was your voice which saved me from becoming a dragon.
So all it takes is a dad loving his daughter and trying to protect her from all the boys who will try to take her out on dates.
Yep, you've got a great dad, that's for sure. But I was the one who killed Dahaka. You're still a greenhorn.
Yeah, leave it up to mentors to call characters who save the world newbies. Like, I don't think they're called newbies after that, my friend.
I'm fine, Dad. You can put me down. It's been a while since I piggybacked you. Let me do it for a little bit longer.
Yeah, dads sometimes miss when they could do that to their sons or daughters. Mainly daughters, I've noticed. For those who, like, have daddy's girls and stuff like that.
Okay, so the curse has been lifted, I see. Yes, once I defeated Dahaka, it was undone.
Oh, yeah, you don't see the mark on her anymore.
That's good.
So you didn't need to... Well, what did happen to Hellfest? We never actually killed him.
Yeah. Sorry I made you worry.
I assume he either transferred back into human or died of his wounds or something like that. I don't know. Or he's still around. Maybe if they made a sequel, maybe it would have come back. I don't know.
But Dad, do you think all humans are fated to become dragons?
Wouldn't that be cool, though? All become dragons?
Well, why do you ask? Both war and crime aren't disappearing, and even in my heart hate was growing.
Yeah, Sith taught me that one.
Yeah, but you didn't become a dragon, did you? That's only because you were there for me.
Aw. A daughter that doesn't hate her dad.
Anita, you love me, don't you? Don't be silly. No need to be shy. No need to at all now. In the same way, as long as love exists in the heart, humans won't become dragons.
But I want to become a dragon, so I guess I'm gonna let hate enter me, I guess.
Dad, this isn't like you.
Really? Yeah, you're being pleasant for once.
Look, there's a town up ahead. Let's spend the night there. I'm so hungry.
Hungry for what? Hungry for words.
Okay, I'm hungry too. Come on then, hurry up. Giddy up, little doggy.
Okay. She doesn't say the giddy well done.
Here we come.
And thus, dad and daughter run off into the sunset to other adventures or pleasant, peaceful times. Who knows? That's up to the imagination. But with that, the game is over. Once and for all. We've beaten all the dragons, all the paths, and let's watch the credit roll for the final time. The Legend of Dragon Valor. I would say overall, I'd say the third route is probably my favorite route because you get a bit more recurring characters in it. Because if you play the third route to completion, Clovis makes a reappearance, and Jerome pops in twice, and Anita gets 2 stories to her own. So, now what story is canon? Like, if you had to make a canon story, which would it be? I'm almost saying the third route, just because I like it more, and it has a bit more, talks about the history of Dahaka, mentions Pandora's box, and all the other stuff. And well, I mean, some of the stuff was mentioned in all the routes, but I'm talking about, like, you get some of the history of the dragons through the dragon cult and stuff like that. That wasn't mentioned in the other stories. I mean, each route has its own
like story that it tells and what it mentions. You know, like corrupt. For example, Route 1 has the corrupted humans that will work for the cult. You know, well, actually, technically that's in all routes because of the humans that fight in the very first one. But I'm talking about Chapter 2, for example, or you know, Route 2 has with Philip. You get a little bit of extra story about the sea and the Gerad Empire and stuff like that. And then Route 3 gives you like the Dahaka cultists and stuff like that. So I think mainly 3 is my favorite path because of the, like I said, the reoccurring characters. So it gives us more of a chance to, you know, because of a character in a generational game, one of the problems with generational games is that you don't get to stick with the character for too long because you need to have it be about different generations of the family fighting through this thing. So if they keep coming back, or if you stay with them for too long, you know, you're not doing a generational game. But you want to have characters to tie to you know, root for or whatever, to survive or whatever. So if you just kind of bypass them or go by to them quickly, you can't really set yourself on a character. So, and this game does, to make you like characters that you're not going to be around for too long, they do the anime they do the anime quick character guide where it's just like, okay, he's like this, that's how you like him because he's brash or whatever, and you don't do more for his personality because we're not going to be with him for too long. I do like the fact that Koto's path, if you hurry on your way to try to save the world as fast as you can, Fauna doesn't end up with you at the end because she's pissed off you didn't try to find her. It's like, dude, I was trying to save the world. Women, am I right? No. But, and yeah, Koto, maybe he might have found someone if he hadn't died at a young age, but he got Jerome instead. And it is kind of interesting how, with Jerome being adopted, it's not about lineage in terms of blood lineage. It's just all about lineage of, you know, what you were taught or whatever, or that multiple humans have the Dragon Valor inside of them. But yeah, I guess since this is the final episode, it'll be an overall review of the game. Overall, like I said before, I think I said when I finished the game the first time, I think this game is either a 5 or 6 in terms of rating. And what I mean is it's not bad, it means it's average. I consider an average score a 5. That's what I consider average, like down the middle. So I consider this maybe a 5 or a 6. Like, because it has some interesting things to it. Like, it has some nice character designs, it has solid gameplay, because there's very few, if there are any bugs in it, I don't really notice it. Like, if there's any bugs, it's mainly like hit detection stuff, which doesn't really come up. I only consider a bug really bad if the hit detection, like, would cause my death multiple times. And there's not like instant death in this game, so, and the jumping was, for the most part, except for like a few weird instances, the jumping is pretty straightforward too. And it's kind of weird how they created characters just for the thieves and then we never see them again too. Yeah, there's a lot of characters that make appearances but that never really come back. It's like, why couldn't it be just 2 generic demon enemies, you know? But anyway, but that wouldn't be filling up the full effort of the game, right? But anyway, yeah, so I'd rate it like a 5 or a 6, but the music's pretty good. Most of the tracks are pretty memorable. I wouldn't say the most memorable music ever, but I think a lot of tracks either gave me just the right type of beat or scenario to kind of fill the scene, so I thought it did a good job there. If you can remember the music, I think it does a good job, because music needs to be remembered or set the scenario to work. Combat-wise, like gameplay overall, like I said, worked. Oh, and yeah, had one of the more interesting bosses in the game, the Dragon Lich. Because of the whole having to hit its orbs around the map. It was like one of the more original fights in the game. And I did like the fact you could heal him to finish him off too if you wanted to. That was kind of cool. Trying to think what else to really say about the game. Story was pretty straightforward. Just the world is about to be destroyed by an ancient evil. So over the course of the generations, I think what would have made it more interesting if over the course of the generations they learned about the Dahaka or his cult and spread it to the kids of each generation so they learn just a little bit extra from it. They're like, oh, I heard about this. And the next generation, they come across it again, like, oh, I better mark that down and tell the next generation so, in case something happens, and so forth and so on. But there's really not a scene like that really occurs that they tell the story of Dahaka or rumors or whispers of Dahaka over the course of the series, or at least it didn't seem like that to me anyway. If they had done that, I think making it generational would have made more sense. Because in some of the routes, it almost doesn't make sense that Krasil takes like 20 years to find the swords and get the magic going, but then as soon as they find the swords, they're able to do it within a month or whatever in the game time. So it's kind of hard to make it, like, why was it generational in the first place, you know? I mean, not saying every single detail needs to be explained, it just seems a little unnecessary because the original Dragon Valor games weren't generational. You played as Clovis, I believe, in both of them, or at least the second one I believe was Clovis. I don't know if the first one had a name for it, but yeah. So the story's nothing super original. Really, it comes down to either some of the interesting scenarios that you're put into or the characters that you get across. I'd probably say Anita is probably my favorite of the female character designs because it's so drastically different from everyone else. Well, which is Anna, really. Anna's the only female character you play as. And then in terms of the love interests, well, I'll go over that whenever we look at the concept art. But I'd say Anita is probably my favorite of the female characters. It's either her or Anna, so I prefer Anita. I like her design, kind of this weird goth Lolita. Well, she's not a Lolita, but you know what I mean, goth Lolita look or something like that. Maid outfit with the weird poopy pants and everything like that. I do like the fact of the father-daughter relationship that she had with Jerome. A little bit. I mean, I'm not saying I had any problem with the twins, but I think I like the father-daughter relationship a little bit better than the twin relationship. Maybe it's because you see father-daughter stuff so common, but twins is not a common thing for most people, so it's not something you can really get behind or whatever. And overall, the game is, I think, the reason why it's not as highly rated is because the game's overall pretty easy. Like, it gives you so many chances to heal, and there aren't even any difficulty settings or really any major difficulty spikes. The only time I died was by accident at the very beginning of the game because I wasn't paying attention. But if you're paying attention, at least generally. But anyway, if you beat every single round in the game, you get a different splash screen. All dragons have been slain. You are the true Dragon Valor. Yeah, we've unlocked everything in the game, and that's it. So you get the final splash screen as a reward for beating Dragon Valor with all the paths. Well, actually, there's one more reward we get, so let's go and save it one more time. Let's see. Save it over this one. I don't need this one anymore. But yeah, you get one more reward for doing all the paths. No extra story stuff. I talked about when I first beat the game the first time. If you want to unlock this stuff, the gallery, you have to actually... If you load the game from if you just start up the system and load the game, you actually have to load up a file and do a soft reset to unlock the gallery, which is like L1, R1, and start and select, I believe. But anyway, if you beat any of the routes, you unlock the concept art, which now that we've unlocked everything, we now have like 94 pictures we can now look through. So let's take a look at those. If you want to, you can press triangle to and then move around it, but there's no reason to. But anyway, we got Chapter 1, Clovis. I like his design. He almost looks like a villain, almost, though. And I like the fact that you can see his dragon the dragon he killed behind him. And then we got Arlen, which weird how Arlen is the poster child for the American version of the game. Yet he saves his mom and stuff like that, but he's not really a major part of the game. You think it would have been Clovis. But yeah, there's Arlen right there for Chapter 2. And then we got Codell. Out of the two characters... I think Codell has a little bit more personality than Arlen, I'd probably say, but then we got Philippe there. Sadly, Philippe is kind of forgettable as a protagonist, at least to me personally. And then we've got Philip here. A little bit more memorable because of the whole getting stuck on an island type of storyline. So I do like their designs. And there's Jerome there. Definitely out there in terms of designs. Looks more like a Frenchman or something like that. Like, it's just design is just a little bit more out there overall. And then we got Mihail. I like more serious Mihail than nerdy Mihail's design. Anna, same for Chapter. They should have made Anna have two different designs. That way, like Mihail, how he has two different designs. But oh well. Yeah, he wears the green instead on that one. And then we got Anita there. So yeah, you get her full kind of concept art right there. Without it being the portrait, there's old Jerome there. Now, of course, they have a sword that's ridiculously huge, like a cloudbuster. There's Carolina right there. I'm not sure what my favorite of the love interests. I do like Carolina's design. The simple mechanic design is kind of cute. And then we've got Celia there, the spoiled princess, the pampered princess, or what do you want to call it. Then we've got Shalia. Actually, I like Shalia's overall design. Very tomboyish. I'm a big fan of tomboy girl designs overall. And then we got Fauna there. She's a cute design, the pirate princess. Even though she's not a princess, but... Wait, why does she have a monkey? We never see a monkey. Then there's Jean there. I like her design. She's kind of got that classy look. Although she's got weird armor and odd spots. And then we got Sarah there. Sarah's pretty cute, too. Actually, you don't really get to see her full kind of design until you look at the character art there. And then we got Magic Knight, which is the knight you fight. I believe it's a variation, I think, on the Relay or whatever, I think. Then we got Ladanya from Route 2. Or, sorry, Route 1. I like his introduction just because it's an introduction from you beat killing his brother in the first game or first chapter, so it comes back to bite your family at least in a short while. Then there's Age Clovis, who looks even more he looks like a demon, but I like his design. Wait, is that fire on his pants? Flames coming out of his pants? Anyway, let's see. There's Halfast right there. The noble dragon apparently with the Rubicante. Vapula, and depending on which path you play on, you don't even fight him. He just dies off screen. The fat dragon, basically. Then we got Crassel, the halfling dragon. Then we got Rage, the first dragon we fought. Then we got Titan, which is what he warps into, which that never happens again after you get beat. No other dragon does that again. They just decide to die. So I don't know why the Titan is the only one that doesn't die immediately, but finds a way to shed his skin and come back later. Oh, well, whatever. It's a reason for Clovis to keep fighting. And we got Arctos from Chapter 2. And then we got Hellfire and Inferno. I just realized the one that doesn't have the one their horns is broken. That was an interesting fight just because you had to fight two different heads. It's still easy, but there's Tempest there. I don't really remember that fight too much. Then we got Thunder from Philip's playthrough. Then we got Hades, which is my favorite of the three chapter dragons. Chapter 3 dragons, I mean. Then we got Talon. Everyone fights that. The dragon within a dragon. Dragonception, as it were. Then we got Ozzy Dahaka himself. The King of Dragons. There's some of the concept artwork. I believe it's in the... I'd have to look at my PlayStation copy again, but I believe that's inside the cover art, if I remember correctly. It's like behind the scene. This one is, I think, might be in Japan or something like that. And that blonde-haired guy, I'm assuming that's supposed to be the Magic Knight, Relay or whatever, without his helmet on, but we never see him without his helmet, so that must have been a concept they dropped, because we never see behind his helmet. There's Arlen, one of his concept art. Yeah, he had green instead of blue originally, so I like Shalia's pose there. And then, Philip's setup there. I like the art setup there. And there's Anna in her Chapter 4 form. Yeah, I'm always a big fan of concept art. I think every game should allow you to unlock concept art just to see what the creators were thinking when they were making the games and what turned into what, for example. Yeah, there's Mihail saving Anna. And then we've got I think it's a version of Titan, I'm not sure. Then you got another version of Titan's Clovis saving Celia, even though Celia never comes into that moment. But hey, why not? You gotta be a knight saving a princess. And the movie resources, that's for the cutscene that was at the beginning of the game. They only have I'll tell you folks, why does this game have 2 discs? I do not know. They must not have really optimized the discs on this, because there was no reason for this to be 2 discs. That cutscene at the beginning of the game is not worth 2 discs. Because there's no other cutscenes in the game, like major animated cutscenes. Not even at the ending of the game. Anyway, another dragon for the movie, for the references to the beginning intro scene. Right there. Pretty cool. And then here's some concept art we never actually get. Like I think this is one of the versions from maybe Halfast, I believe. It doesn't say. Well, let me think. Let's see if it says it here. I don't think so. I think it's just rough illustrations and concept art. What enemies would have been, or like the female. I would have liked to have seen a female dragon halfling, but yeah, I guess it's concept art for her. But that never came to be. So she was a concept that got dropped. That could have been Halfast. Maybe one of the original designs for Halfast was going to be a female dragon halfling or whatever. But we don't know. It never came to be. Yeah, dragons with a human face. I think that's one of the creepiest things you can do to anything is put a human face on it. Freak me out. Well, not freak me out, but I'll be like, ugh, And an old dragon there. Probably another one of the dragons we could have fought, or one of the halflings maybe. And there's a dragon knight. Pretty cool. Well, I bet that would have been a villain. That would have been either like a mini boss or something like that. Like a salamander type of boss or some creepy underground snake thingy. Then we got it was like a peacock dragon or something like that.
Man, I kind of almost wish they kind of kept some of the concept art versions of some of these dragons. That would have been pretty cool. Whoops. I didn't mean to hit the button on that. Now I have to go all the way back again. Whoops. Dang it. I hit the X button by accident, so now I have to go through all those all over again. Whoops. I'll try to go through them as fast as I can. Yeah, that always happens when I look at rough concept arts for games. I'm always seeing stuff that I'm like, man, I wish they had kept the original concept for that instead. Not that I don't hate like the finalized version of a character or whatever, but a lot of times when I see concept art, I'm like, man, I really wish they'd implemented that. That was cooler than what they turned it into. I guess for a lot of that stuff was they were trying to streamline a lot of it, or maybe, well, it could be a couple things. It could have been, it was like a lot of things. A lot of people have ideas, but if you can't implement them properly, there's no reason to use them. But sometimes when I see certain concepts or ideas for games that people have, but then when we get the final result, you're almost like, man, I really wish you'd gone for the concept art and just try to make a game that was, it could have been more interesting. Maybe it wouldn't have sold super well, but it would have been more interesting to play, But that's always one of those things where it's like, we don't know, and who knows if it would have been worked out or not. It might have been worse or better at that point. Man, I really wish I hadn't pressed the X button on that. Unfortunately, there's not really a faster way to go. There's not like a list of the stuff you can unlock. You have to look through all of them. That's probably the only problem with the gallery, is you have to go through every single one. You can't just choose one you like and look at it. You have to go, okay, I have to flip through 50 of these to get to the... I think I do have to literally flip through 50 of these pictures to get back to the one I was looking at earlier. As soon as we get back to it. I was trying to like go through the final area of the game to save me time so I could do this without making that episode like 2 hours long or something like that. Because I want to talk more about the concept art and everything like that. But yeah, every single game I think should have a way to unlock concept art for it. Whether it be through whether collecting random stuff in the game, or beating the game multiple times, or being on certain difficulties or something. Every game should have concept art you can unlock. But a lot of games don't do that anymore, unfortunately. You have to either buy the art books or buy the documentaries or something like that, so you can't just play the game to unlock it. Unfortunately, that's just with most modern games. Or most games don't consider... okay, I think I went past some of the... I wasn't even paying attention. Let's see, where were we at before? Okay, we were at this one before, so before I pressed the X button. Yeah, there's some of the... I think that's another concept for some of the dragon halflings there, and the size of the humans to dragons there. Obviously, they couldn't make it that big. And look, dragons with size? That would have been cool as a boss, or at least a monster of some sort, but we didn't get that, so... Another dragon with a scythe. They really wanted to do a scythe with a dragon at one point. Maybe that would have been Hal... I think that was Halfast, maybe. Because a lot of the ones that look like they're dragon fighters, I feel like that was Halfast, a Halfast design. Oh, there's a double-headed... maybe that would have been the twin dragon one from Chapter 2, maybe, concept. I think it's from a... That could have been game concept, like they couldn't make those work for some reason. Man, I really like rough concepts and stuff like that. There's just... Usually it's like the raw ideas or talent of the character before they spruce it up a bit. And there's some of the dragon bosses, I think, their early designs before they were turned into what they were. Yeah, there's the twin head again. That one seemed to stay roughly the same. Didn't really change that much. Yeah, pretty... I don't know, I find this stuff pretty neat. There's the Talon Dragon. They said bueno there? Or bicho? I don't know what that means in Japanese, so... Yeah, I know why they couldn't put some of this stuff in the game, because the polygon pixel art or polygons of the PlayStation could not offer such coolness. Looks like that guy's got... Oh, he does. He has a necklace of skulls. How sick of you. There's the... Yeah, it looks like they really wanted the artist really wanted to do like a dragon with a scythe at one point. I think that's Vidania there, or not. Yeah, Ladanya or whatever, the brother. I think that was supposed to be him originally. Yeah, looks like it. And there's a female fighter. I wonder who she was supposed to be. Maybe a concept artist of Anna, maybe. Maybe. She's got the same hair color. Not sure who that's supposed to be. Could be one of the... Maybe Arlen or someone that maybe. Or maybe Clovis. Oh, this guy we never even seen in the game, so I assume they dropped him for someone. Maybe it would have been a shopkeeper or maybe an NPC during one of the storylines or something like that. Like a minor NPC. But he never pops up, so we don't know. Let's see, I think that's... I'm not sure if that's a guy or a girl. Sometimes when it comes to Japanese art, sometimes it kind of blurs the line. I think that's a female character, I think. And there's an old man. I wonder if he's that wizard character that appears in Philippe's chapter. I think so. Maybe the evil villain or something like that. Or maybe he's a shopkeeper. And that might have been his wife or something like that. Yeah, I think they cut out... I think they were going to have more NPCs in the game, but they cut them out. Or didn't decide not to use them. I think that's supposed to be Philip there. Like his original concept art. Because he's supposed to be more kind of a Caribbean looking, you know. Darker skin, all that type of stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was Philip's original concept art. And there's a couple of female fighters. So they might... I think at one point they were going to have sisters as one of the paths you did. Instead of twins, maybe. I like that concept art right there. A lot of these are pretty cute. The guy does a pretty good job of doing cute female designs. Like, that one's pretty cute. I like that. I'm always a fan of the hair girl with the hair coming in an eyeball or bangs over the face. That's always a cute design. That might have been a rough... Maybe that was an early version of Celia, maybe, with that hair color. What time they used like kilt type look? I'm not sure who that would have been. Maybe Fauna? Maybe originally? Whoops, I pressed X again. Ugh, nuts. All right, I'll just go backwards. We're almost done for the concept art, so I can just go back the other way. Because you press LR, so. Sorry about that. I think in this image right here, I almost wonder if this was either supposed to be a brother-sister duo. Maybe it could have been Anna and Mihail, or maybe they were originally going to do like a choose a character. Like you could either choose male or female and kind of go from there. Like maybe the generational thing was going to change depending on if you're a male or female character. That would have been interesting. I don't know. They look so similar to each other, so they're either twins or it was a choose either or. Here's some other concept art. Since I'm going backwards, we're looking at the later versions, but I think that might have been Clovis, actually, the red hair guy right there. Gray hair guy, I'm not sure. I think that orange hair girl might have been the princess. It's hard to say if these were originally the same characters. Oh, I like that design too. Kind of the sassy. She looks like she might have been a villain, maybe. I'm not sure. Sassy evil girl. Oh, this is another princess type. Pretty cute. And then another princess type. I'm a fan of most female character designs overall. And then not sure who that would have been. Maybe Arlen or something like that. I think that was the original design for Clovis. I think it kind of looks like a Clovis. Maybe that. Ooh, that pose right there. Yep, nice. Look at her full body version. Oh, that's really cute. I like her design as well. And then we've got maybe Ninja Princess or something like that. I don't know, Ninja Fighter. Kind of looks like a ninja design. Oh, there we go. Now we're back at where we're at. So, okay. Well, anyway, yeah, I guess that's it for Dragon Valor. I hope you enjoyed my playthrough of the game. Yeah, it was a long time going through all of it because a lot of the episodes were either 1 to 2 hours long. But I appreciate that this game was made, and this was made during the time where, during the early PlayStation and PS2 era, where they tried to do a lot of games and made games come out. So we had so many different variety of games come out that were actually generally interesting, that were like average games or above average, but they were still interesting, different from like a lot of the normal stuff. We don't get a lot. You have to go to indie games now to get a lot of these interesting games. But back in the day, this was common for a lot of standard studios to just make games like this, and we got a lot of different games back in the time. And well, I remember upon it fondly, which is why I wanted to play this game. But yeah, overall, I'd say this game is an average game, but I think it's like, I probably wouldn't even call it really a hidden gem per se. It's a game that was hidden amongst everything, and that it brings me some sort of joy to play it, but I wouldn't call it like a game of the ages or you must play this. But I hope I brought the concept of this game to your eyes, and I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I hope you enjoyed me playing it. I enjoyed playing it, and it was just something different to play. So what game will I play next time? It's hard to say, but for now, we'll put the Dragon Valor to bed, and hopefully this franchise, maybe it'll come back another day, maybe I'll get some money, maybe I can buy it off someone. That'll never happen, but I wanted to say that anyway. But yeah, we'll leave it off there. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next game.